Temperatures drop on Thursday between 2 and 7 in the morning. Good Wednesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, we had the coldest morning in Knoxville since January 22nd. That morning we were down to 13. Today it wasn't that bad. It was 19, but the last time we were in the teens was going back to nearly a year ago. It was 17 this morning in Newport, 18 in Crossville, Oneida, and Greenville came in at 14 degrees. That was the starting point, but I said, hold on, we'll be back in the 50s, about 51, and that's what we finished. 51 degrees at 3:48 this afternoon. Normal high 54, but we were 15 degrees below normal this morning at 19. We did see that warmth come in, thanks in part to that southwest breeze. We were expecting gusts 30 to 35. We had a 37 mile an hour gust. A 51 was the high in Newport, and Maryville 50 in Athens, even Crossville got up to 51 this afternoon while it was 48 in Oneida. What's amazing is even during the 8 o'clock hour, we're still in the 40s. We're at 49, and I think this temperature will hold mostly into the mid-40s going into that 2 to 7 a.m. time frame. And then once the front crosses, that's when the temperatures will drop abruptly. They will drop rather quickly tomorrow morning. So 2 to 7, temperatures will fall after that. Cold again with sunshine on Friday, and a bit milder with sunshine on Saturday. That's my expectation. You can see there's a few extra clouds that are gathering. A few sprinkles are trying to form into parts of eastern Kentucky. There will be another spoke of energy that could produce more drops of rain before the overnight period is through. There has been an update from the wind advisory from the Weather Service. Initially, they had gusts clocked in at 55. Now they've lowered their expectation to 45, but still gusty enough to take out power, potentially in some of the hills of the Smokies. So make sure if you're living there, you're aware of those winds. Look at the wind gusts right now, 32. We had a 37 mile an hour gust just before 3 p.m., and it's still pretty gusty across many areas across East Tennessee. And the sustained wind is at 22 out of the southwest, so that breeze is still going to be quite active tonight. Meanwhile, as we take a look at the Ultimate Doppler radar presented by your local Marco's Pizza, nothing to see here, maybe a few sprinkles in the Kingsport area, up toward maybe Abington, up toward into parts of southwest Virginia. But even if you get a drop of rain, it's not going to amount to much. We think that possibility will change over to some snowflakes in the Smokies as some of that energy comes into town. Marcos.com is the great place if you're looking for a late night snack. Maybe if you have not had dinner yet, check them out in Hardin Valley and Farragut. They're in Maryville, Fountain City, Halls, Oak Ridge, Middlebrook Pike, and Ebenezer Road. You can check them out. They're big sponsors to No Kid Hungry. They give back to the community. They also give back to East Tennessee Children's Hospital. Love Marco's Pizza. Their pizza is magnificent. They call it the Pepperoni Magnifico for less than $10. And if you're so inclined, you might like to check out the new Pozzoli for less than $6. They've got 4 different varieties. Make sure you get the dipping sauce that you like best. By the way, as we look at the radar, wind concerns in Brown extend all the way up to Roanoke, up to Maryland, up into New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania. So everyone's concerned about wind in those Brown counties to the north and east, and even up toward Indiana and parts of Illinois. So that's one aspect of this story. Winds are going to be a big story for those communities. But for us, we're going to be watching the temperatures go back into the deep freeze. So we could see some snow showers across the Great Lakes, and it's snowing pretty good now in the heart of Pennsylvania, New York State, as the cold signs of winter are all around us. Meanwhile, we've had no rain, at least measurable. A little bit of a trace has fallen, and even a trace of snow in the last few hours, a few days. But 5 inches of rain and melted snow is typical, and December is, in fact, the second soggiest month of the year, climatologically or historically speaking. I want to show you the future rainfall. We're going to make up for lost ground. If not tonight, this one suggests a few drops in the area for the valley. By tomorrow, even Friday, Saturday, nothing moves here because we've got sunny skies. It's probably late into Sunday night, Monday, we start to add more rain. And this would suggest nearly an inch falls by Monday. Monday may be the soggier of the 2 days. I think we might get an 80% chance of rain on Monday, about a 60% chance of rain on Tuesday. And this one puts in some wild, crazy numbers like 2 inches going down into middle of next week. So the pattern certainly moving toward warmer weather. I want to remind you that the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic now has extended 10-day forecasts And when you have an upside down day like you have tomorrow, it's nice to have the 48 hours of hour by hour data so you can plan whether it's a golf game, a fishing expedition, or whatever you're doing. You can get the hour by hour forecast to your phone and your iPad. Of course, you want to check out power outages. If the wind damage in the Smokies takes out your power, you'll be able to see that very clearly. It also has the drought monitor, which comes out, by the way, tomorrow morning. It is a weekly publication. Winds are coming up out of the southwest now at 22 miles per hour. The wind chill, I guess if you want to say that, you really don't really factor in wind chill when it's above 50. But since it's 49 and it feels like 42, okay, we've got the winds gusting around 32 miles per hour. There's two spokes of energy here. One is the broken brown line, that's the trough, and that's producing a few sprinkles in the Kingsport area now. But there's a front back just south of St. Louis that may spawn a few more showers in the overnight period. So there's 11, 11:15, and as I say, between 2 and 7, that's when the temperatures will tumble, and it could change to some flakes, as you see there around the Tri-Cities and the higher terrain. So it's really not going to amount to much. It's just lots of sunshine tomorrow, but it's just deceiving sun because we spend most of the day in the mid-30s. By tomorrow night into Friday, we're down at about 18 degrees. That's a very cold start on Friday, so that would rival what we had this morning. And then we've got sunny skies Saturday, temperatures about 47. So we'll rebound a little bit by Saturday afternoon. Another sunny day expected on Saturday. So here's your forecast. I've got it upside down for a reason, starting with Thursday, because 46 should occur in a neighborhood near you between 2 and 7. If you work the third shift, this is probably has more meaning for you. But if you're getting up at 7 or 8 in the morning, you're out the door, just dress for the 30s. Probably the best advice. Clouds, the sun, cold all day once the sun comes up, and the winds during the day should be 5 to 15 out of the west-northwest. But these are my expected highs between 2 and 7. So 2 to 7 in the morning, you might make it up to 48 Newport. You might say, hey, is it supposed to be 47 in Athens? Between 2 and 7 a.m., yes, but it won't last there very long. And we can exempt our friends in Jamestown, Oneida, and Crossville because your daytime highs will be in the low 30s. You're not going to see a bump like we will here in the valley. Should see temperatures jump into the low to mid 40s ever so briefly. Tonight, we're down to 37 by 8 o'clock. So that's a big drop. Could easily drop about 9 degrees in just a few hours. Drops, maybe a few mountain flakes. Winds tonight 10 to 20. And then we got lows really at 8 o'clock temperature expectation. This is when you're out the door. You could easily be in the 20s in Oneida, Crossville, and Jamestown, about 29 in Greenville, 34 in Morristown. So by 8 o'clock a.m., that's what it may look like in a neighborhood near you. Now, here's what I expect to see. Hopefully this will fill in. I see my red box up there. Dress for the 30s tomorrow. Yeah, there it finally filled in. 38 for a high Friday. 47 on Saturday, and you'll see a big change. It's almost like a paradigm shift. We go from 17 to 58 in a matter of 4 days. It's going to be a big change, and the best chance of rain, as I see it, with this southern system will come in on Monday. I've been oscillating and looking at the data, but it looks like we're going to key in on some heavier rains on Monday, and it could linger into Tuesday, but it should start to wane, I think, on Wednesday if it moves far enough off the coast. Hazy sunny clouds on Sunday. Sunday's actually not bad. We're back into the mid-50s. By the way, you can keep track of it all this with the hour-by-hour data using the Captain Accurate weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic, the best traffic reporter in town. And how convenient can it be? When you want the weather forecast, you want to know if the traffic is bad, you get the up-to-date, up-to-the-minute traffic reports right on the app, which Pete has been very conscious to put that out there. So make sure you utilize that tool on the Captain Accurate weather app. Just search the 2 words, Captain Accurate, and it'll be there. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate. We'll see you here next time. Take care.